Good morning, my name is Chris,
What's going on? I'm James.
And I'm Daniel.
And I'm Ricky.
and today we're going to talk about consumer behavior, the different ways of your situations and attitudes and behaviors.
Alright guys, so how does your communications change depending on your situation you're in? The communications that you have.
For me, I was thinking that when I'm sat around the table with my mum and my dad and my gran, say, I wouldn't start swearing in front of them. I wouldn't start cussing. Not socially acceptable, right? But if I was around, you boys, I don't even know you that well, but I can just tell by the type of guys you are that you're going to be fine on me just saying me on swearing. You're not going to look at me in a strange way. So that's communication right now.
I feel like the communication also has to do with the environment, such as like when we're in school. Like we also try to speak with, on more intelligence and stuff like that, use proper words, like when we're up there presenting to the class. But when we're all here discussing, we're just kind of like messing around, just trying to figure out a way, but then we just kind of convert our jargon.
It's not one of those things when you're like in a professional meeting or something, or you're at an interview, for example. You might put on a slightly different voice.
Yeah.
More like
for me,
business-like, kind of presentable.
Yeah, for me, a form of communication, talking about cellular communication. If I'm going to talk to a grown-up, like an older person, if I need to talk to them or something, I'm not going to text them. I'm going to give them a phone call.
Exactly.
Talk to them with the voice-to-voice. And I'll have I usually have a different tone in my voice when I'm talking to a grown-up that I'm not necessarily friends with.
Exactly.
Besides, if I'm going to talk to one of y'all, I'll just text you or something. It's just different forms of communication depending on my situation.
That's really true.
Yeah, to add on that, I wrote down that your attitude and your feelings around certain people change your communication. So, the way you talk to certain people, like you were saying, your grandparents, or your environment, the way your attitude and how that affects your communication. So you could be mad, and then you'd be more stern. Or you could be really happy and just be more uplifted kind of tone of communication.
Or here's a good one for y'all. If you to communicate to a hot girl, you're gonna on Instagram, how would you communicate to a hot girl? You go back to her old pictures and like a couple, right? And if she likes you back, she'll go to your pictures and like a couple back. Then you know it's on. That's how you communicate on Instagram. Yeah, then you hit the DM up. That's how it is.
So you communicate on social media.
Yes, that's how you communicate on Instagram.
Alright guys, so how your purchases change depending on your situation?
What I wrote down is the amount of money that you have in your bank account, because how much are you going to spend because you have that much amount of money, or this persuasion of people, also peer pressure. If you want to buy that thing, but then that's a certain situation with the amount of money that you have in your bank account. How is that? That's all different types of situations.
Yeah, I was thinking more. I was thinking on a different sort of wavelength there. I was thinking your purchases would depend on who you're with. So if I was with my mum, I wouldn't buy a tea bag for my girlfriend. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem
tea bag.
You call it a tea bag?
A tea bag, like a thong.
Oh, okay.
You guys call them tea bags?
No, not tea bag, tea bag.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't buy something inappropriate, or you might not buy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't buy something inappropriate with certain someone.
If you went to the adult store with your parents, then
exactly.
you would never go with your parents.
Right.
Yeah, so we're not allowed to hit.
I feel sometimes I'll purchase with my debit card instead of cash because, one, I wouldn't want my mom to, or if I wanted to purchase with cash, that's something I wouldn't want my parents to see I purchased, like you're talking about. With my debit card, that's more of a general thing that my parents see that I'm purchasing, so that's depending on my situation as well.
Yeah.
So, how do you use something depending on your situation?
Well, remember Danny we were speaking about
Cell phones.
Imagine you use your golf club to play golf, right?
Yeah.
You use your baseball bat to play baseball.
Yep.
But it can be used for other things, right?
Yes, if we're to be put into a situation where we aren't using it for a sport, but it comes down to an emergency, we might need to defend ourselves with it.
Exactly.
You never know.
You imagine someone comes in with a gun, and you've just got fast hands. Boom, now you can save your life, can't you?
Yeah.
Just using it in a different situation.
Yeah, another thing is, what drink would you use if you're around your boys like this? You would use a different drink than when you're with a family function, right?
Oh, like a beer or like a glass of whiskey.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Different
exactly.
situation.
Like Mr. Weber pointed out, if he's with his guy friend, he'll have a beer. If he's with his wife, he'll have wine.
Or like depending on an occasion, like let's say that you guys are going to celebrate something. What a lot of people do, they're not going to just take a sip of beer, they're going to take a shot of something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Also, we talked about earlier a little bit before recording cell phones, how people use them in classrooms and stuff. How in awkward situations, like if you're waiting at the mall, waiting for someone and you don't want to talk to anyone, you don't know any of these strangers, and you just pull out your phone and you just use it. What are you going to do? Distract yourself and not get any attention. So,
Yeah.
Also, another thing for
yourself.
different drink is, what would you drink on a cold evening? Like super cold out? You're going to drink a hot chocolate, apple cider.
Yeah.
What would you drink if you were Russian?
If you're Russian?
Shot vodka, wouldn't you?
Yeah, or if it's a hot day out, it's a hot day, it's just hot situation. You can have a cold lemonade, cold sweet tea, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Cold glass of water. Alright,
And
so
that's something that people market really well.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
You know, like they can market that really well. What goes down better than anything? A cold beer or something. on a
Perfect.
hot day.
Consumer
So
behavior,
easy.
Wow.
Just market itself, isn't it?
So, how do you dispose of your products that you're done with? We thought of what you call a car boot.
Car boot sale. Like a car
A
boot
garage
sale is
sale.
basically a garage sale. Like so. You know, that's just a decent way to dispose of like items that you couldn't sell on like eBay or something like that. But you can just, sell it for a cheap price. Like you
If you're having to clean out your house, you need to get rid of that
you
stuff
clean
fast.
out all the clutter.
Yeah.
Like,
That's your situation. You didn't
you're
get your house
possibly-
clean.
It's not just for the money. You're hardly going to make any money, but someone is obviously going to find some use of it. Like if they're going to buy it, it doesn't matter what price they buy it for. They're finding some use for it. So you're doing like the community a favor.
They actually have places now too that you can do that with your clothes, such as Player's Closet. Like you have all clothes that can be refurbished and stuff like that, and used from other people.
Or the Salvation Army. I know you dispose of that instead of
True.
a lot of clothes. Also, eBay, Amazon, online sites to dispose of your like TVs, electronics, all those type of things. If you
Stuff
can't
that's,
really.
you're going to buy a new one, but it's worth a lot of money. You don't want to just get rid of it, throw it in the trash.
Craigslist is a big one too.
Craigslist too, yeah.
Car.
I know
yeah.
cars on Craigslist a lot of that.
Exactly.
Also, another thing is, if you ate like a piece of candy or something, and you're with like your girlfriend's family or something in her car, like then you would put that piece of trash in your pocket when in your car or something, or you would just throw it in like your cup holder, or something like just something how you dispose differently.
True. That's really true. So, how does the physical surroundings affect your behaviors?
And that talks around the book how it includes your sounds, the aromas, the lighting, the weather, and
The weather was a big one.
the decor that you're around. So
Oh, I got one for aroma. How about when you guys are like walking down at Disney? And
Yeah.
all the smells are so
Yes.
distracting. You walk by that one.
You know they do that on
chocolate
purpose.
factory, Yeah.
They actually pump the smells from like the chocolate,
It's
whatever.
The bakery, like the bakery's a classic
Yeah.
example. When I used to walk to school in the mornings, like every morning, so many school kids used to walk into the bakery, just pumping out.
makes you happy, right? Makes you like
It's that morning feeling.
makes you hungry, makes you want to buy stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
smell those donuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then he talked about how if it's a beautiful, like crisp, gorgeous day outside, and you have a cool Netflix show on, you're still gonna find time to go outside. You're gonna figure out something to do outside. Unlike when it's rainy or like foggy out, you're gonna stay inside watching Netflix, cuddle up, sleep. You get nappy.
Also, the different types of venues you could be at. For example, like a wedding venue. Like your whole behavior of like, oh, it's romantic. It's like everyone's gonna feel like happy. No one's gonna try to fight
Yeah.
unless there's problems. But I mean, that doesn't really happen often unless for your guests and
Mhm,
everything.
true.
You don't really see much problems.
I feel like on days like that, a lot of people seek love.
Yeah, exactly.
You got it, boys.
Romance.
So, last but not least, we're going to speak about the ritual situations. The first question
Yes.
was, what are your family's rituals, routines during the Christmas holidays?
My ritual is we wake up. We usually wake our parents up, and my mom we open presents and everything. We start off with our stockings, then we open our actual presents, and then my mom makes a breakfast casserole and this other thing. It's really good, and she makes it every year.
It's the same, pretty much.
Same every year, and that's what we eat afterwards. Then we put out their presents, then we go see our cousins or whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much similar to me.
We go hang out with our cousins, our family, show off our new toys.
But what we do is we end of November. We do this. You know what Secret Santa is?
Yeah.
At the end of November, there's 30 of us on my mum's side of the family. So we'll meet up, do a meeting, and we'll exchange names in a hat. And then on Christmas Eve, we'll bring the presents. We'll exchange, go back home. And then Christmas Day is more of a family, immediate family day. So just our family, not a bunch of people. And then Boxing Day, what we call Boxing Day, which is the 26th of December. We'll meet up again and we'll have a chat about who bought for who, and we'll try and guess who bought what presents for who and stuff like that. That's what we always do every year.
Every Christmas Eve, my family kind of gets together around we're together throughout the whole day, but on 12 a.m. at midnight, we all get together around the tree and stuff like that. We all open one present, and then the next morning we tear
it open.
We go turn on Christmas music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People start opening up their presents, and we'll make a Christmas ham for dinner on that day.
Oh, ham. Do you guys? Do any of you guys have turkey? My family's big on turkey for Christmas and Thanksgiving, but yeah, we do turkey.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, no, turkey's
that's a ritual
really,
that my family has.
Turkey's really popular.
Turkey. But yeah, that's how it is. For my family.
Good?
Yeah, it's pretty much good.
Did we talk about how your purchases change depending on your situation?
Yeah, we talked about that.
See you in the other class.
All right. Have a good day. All right, so that's it.